You want motivation, but what you actually need is the truth. And the truth doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about the story you keep telling yourself at night to fall asleep in comfort. David Goggins doesn't motivate you. He exposes you. Because motivation is soft. Discipline is violent. Let's start with the first hard truth no one wants to hear. You are not tired. You are undisciplined. Your body is capable of far more than your mind allows. But every time discomfort shows up, you negotiate. You slow down. You quit early. And then you lie to yourself by calling it self-care. Goggins calls it something else. He calls it weakness leaving the body. But only if you let it leave. Most people never do. They wake up already defeated, scrolling, consuming, comparing. They haven't even started the day, and they're already exhausted from a life they haven't earned. Here's the truth. Your comfort zone is killing you, not fast. Slow, quiet, painless. It kills your potential. It kills your hunger. It kills the version of you that could have been dangerous. David Goggins didn't become who he is because life was kind. He became him because life was brutal, and he chose to be more brutal back. Abuse, obesity, failure, self-hatred. He didn't escape pain. He marched straight into it. That's the difference. You're running from pain. He trained in it. And here's the hard truth most people can't swallow. Pain is the price. There is no shortcut, no hack, no secret routine. You either pay in pain now, or you pay in regret later. Choose. Another truth. You don't need more confidence. You need proof. Confidence doesn't come from affirmations. It comes from kept promises. Every time you say you'll do something, and you don't, you teach your mind that you can't be trusted. That voice in your head, the one that doubts you, you created it, one excuse at a time. Goggins talks about the cookie jar, not comfort, not nostalgia, painful memories, moments you survived when quitting was easier. You don't build belief by feeling good. You build it by remembering who you were when it was hard. But most people delete those memories. They don't want to feel that discomfort again, so they stay average. Hard truth number 3. Average is a choice. No one wakes up elite. They wake up consistent. Elite people do what they hate, like they love it. They train when no one is watching. They suffer in silence. They don't post quotes. They post results. You want to be seen. They want to be forged, and forging hurts. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, you're reinforcing weakness. Tomorrow is a lie. Your comfort zone tells you to stay alive. There is only now, and now is uncomfortable. Good, because discomfort is the doorway. Goggins doesn't ask, how do I feel? He asks, what needs to be done? Feelings change. Standards don't. Your problem isn't that life is hard. Your problem is that you expect it to be easy. Hard truth number 4. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your parents, not your partner, not the algorithm. You either become your own rescuer, or you drown slowly in excuses that sound intelligent. Read that again. Excuses don't sound weak. They sound reasonable. That's why they're dangerous. I'm busy. I'm tired. I'm not ready yet. Neither was Goggins. He just didn't care. He cared more about who he would become than how he felt today. That's the mindset. Not motivation, not hype, ownership, full responsibility, no escape routes. And here's the most brutal truth of all. You know exactly what to do. You just don't want to do it. The gym, the work, the discipline, the silence, the consistency. You don't lack information. You lack courage. Courage to suffer without applause. Courage to fail where no one claps. Courage to be misunderstood while you're building something real. Goggins didn't become respected because he was liked. He became respected because he refused to quit. Respect is earned in private, celebrated in public. If you want a different life, you need a different relationship with pain. Stop asking for easier. Start asking for stronger. This is only the beginning. That's a truth most people never understand because they've never stayed long enough in discomfort to see what's on the other side. David Goggins calls it mental callousing. Just like your hands toughen when you lift heavy weight, your mind hardens when you stay present inside suffering. But modern life teaches the opposite. Escape, distract, numb, phone, food, entertainment, noise. You don't feel pain anymore. You feel restless emptiness, and that emptiness scares people more than suffering. Because suffering has meaning, emptiness doesn't. Here's a hard truth. If you are not voluntarily suffering, you are unconsciously decaying. There is no neutral. Either you're building resilience, or you're losing it. Every skipped workout, every unfinished task, every promise broken quietly. Your mind keeps score. You think no one noticed. Your brain did, and it files that moment under evidence. Evidence that quitting is acceptable. Evidence that discomfort can be avoided. Evidence that you are negotiable. That's why when life hits hard, you collapse faster than expected. You never trained for resistance. Goggins didn't just train his body, he trained his identity. And that brings us to the next hard truth. The old you must die, not metaphorically, psychologically. You cannot carry the habits, excuses, and self-image of a weaker version of yourself into a stronger future. Something has to be buried. Your old standards, your old limits, your old story. Most people want transformation without identity loss. It doesn't work like that. Growth is violent. It strips you. People will say, "You've changed." They're right. And that's the point. Goggins didn't say, "I'm trying to be disciplined." He said, "I am disciplined." Identity first. Actions follow. If you still see yourself as someone who quits, rests early, needs motivation, you'll always return there. Your self-image is the cage. Hard truth. Your mind will quit long before your body ever needs to. That voice that says, "Enough. I can't. This is too much." It's lying. It's a protective mechanism, not a truth teller. Goggins calls it the 40% rule. When your mind says you're done, you're not even halfway there. But most people obey the voice because it sounds convincing. Strong people don't silence the voice. They disobey it. Discipline isn't about feeling powerful. It's about acting powerless and continuing anyway. Another truth. Motivation is unreliable. If you wait to feel ready, you'll stay where you are forever. Goggins didn't feel motivated, running miles on broken feet. He didn't feel inspired, waking up at 4 a.m. to suffer alone. He felt resistance, and he moved anyway. That's the mindset shift. Action before emotion. Always. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your standards. And your standards are revealed on the days you don't feel like it. Hard truth number 6. Being busy is not the same as being disciplined. You can fill your day with noise and still avoid the one thing that actually matters. Discipline is focused suffering. Doing the hardest thing first, daily, without negotiation. Most people confuse effort with progress. Goggins doesn't. He tracks weakness. He studies it. He attacks it deliberately. That's why he keeps accountability mirrors. Not for praise, for honesty. When was the last time you looked at yourself without excuses? Not your potential, your behavior, not your dreams, your habits. Truth hurts. That's why it works. Hard truth. You are exactly where your habits have placed you. Not luck, not fate, not circumstances. Habits. And habits don't change through inspiration. They change through repetition under discomfort. You want freedom? Earn it through structure. You want confidence? Build it through consistency. You want respect? Become undeniable. No shortcuts. No soft exits. Goggins didn't build a strong mind by protecting it. He built it by attacking weakness daily. And that leads to the next truth, the one most people avoid their entire lives. You must learn to suffer alone. No audience, no validation, no sympathy, just you and the work. If that scares you, that's exactly where your growth is. Hiding loneliness is not a side effect of greatness. It is the price. Most people fear being alone with their thoughts because silence exposes truth. No distractions, no validation, no one to impress, just you and who you really are. David Goggins didn't grow in crowds. He grew in isolation. Early mornings, empty roads, silent gyms, long runs where pain was the only companion. That's where identity is built. Hard truth. If you need people to understand your grind, you're not built for the highest level yet. Elite minds don't ask for permission. They don't explain themselves. They let results speak. Eventually. Obsession is another word people misuse. They say it like it's unhealthy, like it's something to avoid. But every exceptional human being was obsessed with something, long before the world called it success. Goggins was obsessed with not being weak again, with never returning to the man he hated. That's a powerful fuel. Hard truth. You need a dark reason. Not just goals, not just dreams, a reason that makes quitting disgusting. Something you run from, as much as you run toward greatness. Comfortable people don't understand this. They chase balance. Balance is for maintenance, not transformation. When you are building something new, life becomes uneven. and that's okay. Goggins didn't live a balanced life. He lived a deliberate one. Everything served the mission. Sleep, training, work, recovery. No wasted motion. No casual days. That's another truth. Casual effort creates casual results. You can't train like an amateur and expect elite outcomes. You can't work like it's optional and demand respect. Your input determines your ceiling. Another hard truth people avoid. You will outgrow people, friends, environments, even family expectations. Not because you think you're better, but because your standards are higher. And higher standards make people uncomfortable. They'll call you extreme, too intense, obsessed. That's fine. Goggins never tried to fit in. He tried to break out. If everyone around you is comfortable, you're in the wrong room. Growth requires friction, and friction creates distance. Hard truth. No one will clap during the hardest part. There is no applause. At 5 a.m., no audience. When your lungs burn, no likes. When you choose discipline over pleasure, if you need external rewards, you'll quit early. Elite minds develop internal reward systems. They respect themselves for doing what others avoid. That self-respect becomes unbreakable. Another truth. You don't find purpose. You build it through suffering. Purpose is not discovered in comfort. It's carved through struggle. Every painful rep, every lonely decision, every day you show up when quitting would be easier. That's purpose forming. Goggins didn't wake up with clarity. He earned it. Hard truth. The path gets darker before it gets clear. There will be moments where progress feels invisible. No results, no recognition, only fatigue. This is where most people stop. Not because they can't continue, but because they don't feel rewarded. Elite minds keep going, without evidence. Faith built from discipline, not belief. Another truth most won't admit. You will never feel ready. Readiness is a myth, created by fear. Goggins didn't wait to feel ready. He moved while afraid, while unprepared, while hurting. Action created readiness. Waiting kills momentum. Hard truth. Your standards must scare you. If your goals feel comfortable, they're too small. If your routine doesn't demand sacrifice, it won't demand growth. Goggins set standards that force adaptation. That's how evolution happens. Pressure creates strength. Comfort creates decay. And here's the final truth of this section. You don't become elite by doing extraordinary things once. You become elite by doing ordinary things with extraordinary consistency. No drama, no hype, just relentless execution. That's the mindset. And we're not done yet. At some point, you stop blaming life. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. That moment changes everything. David Goggins didn't conquer the world. He conquered excuses. And excuses are the most seductive enemy you'll ever face. They sound logical. They feel justified. They protect your ego, but they steal your future. Hard truth. Your past does not disqualify you. Your attachment to it does. Painful childhood, failure,